Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with Scrap a Sketch, 4 seasons in 1 month. And here is today's sketch. All the sketches are by Lisa Sikorski. And here is a better view of the sketch. And this sketch is the 6th installment for the month of April. We had one last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Last weekend was spring. This weekend is summer. So I decided to use this Paper Studios Floral Geo paper pad. And I love the colors in here. It's like peach and navy with yellow, like a mustard yellow. And then it's got like a white base. And I've used quite a bit of this, but it doesn't seem like it because the book is still pretty full. And then I do have these two mixed medias, the enamel accents, which I don't actually use, and then the Delusions shimmer spray in white linen. And then I have these stickers from Pink Paisley, and it is Horizon. I have a few left on one sheet and then a full sheet. I'm pretty full on the other. And I do end up pulling one other color in, and then I have these three pictures, and they are from Memorial Day 2019, and it's just a few pictures of that day. I have more to scrapbook, but these three were going to fit perfectly. And in two of the pictures there's a lot of that peachy coral color, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to bring that in to this. So I have these pictures. I've got my stickers, my paper pads, some mixed media, and this super awesome sketch by Lisa Sikorski. So let's see how this goes. So the first thing I did was go through my paper pad, and there's my little scraps that I have for this collection, although I have added to that now. And I just want to flip through. There is a base page, and that is matted. And then there is 3 banners and 3 pictures that are matted. So I need paper for all of that. Now, it doesn't have to be different papers for all of that. And I do use some things over, but for the most part, I am looking for at least 3 or 4 papers. So I pull out this yellow and white one first, and then I'm trying to decide if I want that to be the background or if I want that to be what it's matted on. And so I think these two look good together, and I'm planning on inking that white. And then I thought I'm going to use this blue to fussy cut some of those florals. In the sketch there's stars, and I decided I would fussy cut some florals. But when I went to gut that blue floral paper so I had that outside part to use, and then I was going to fussy cut the inside, I decided that white was going to look even better on that blue. That contrast was a really good one, and it would give me more options for what I could use on the lamp. So I just put some washi tape on the back so it doesn't get caught on anything. And I really do like the way this turned out. And like I said, it gave me more options for the papers I could use on the layout for the banners and everything. So I decided I was actually going to double up my banners. I like the colors, but one of the patterns I wanted is this white. You can't see it right now, but it's white with florals, and it disappears into the page. And I know I could have inked it to make it stand out, but I really just kind of wanted something a little bolder. So first I cut the fishtail out of this inside part of the banner. And then after I get that done on all 3 of them and both sides, I lay it down on top of the banner. It's going to be with, and then just cut the fishtail out that way, so I know that it's going to fit okay. Now, they are not perfect. I cannot cut these, perfectly. Now, if I wanted to, I could have done it on my Cricut. I did not. I really wanted to continue just hand cutting, which is impressive for me because I don't normally. And then I get this blue paper, and this is what I cut out of the inside of my mat, and I pick 5 florals to cut, and I'm cutting off the leafy bits. I just want the flower. Like I said in the sketch, there's stars, and so I really just wanted the head of the flower. So I picked one pretty large one, another one that's kind of medium, and then some smaller ones. And I'm just moving my hands, and I only left a little fussy cutting in because I didn't obviously want you to have to watch all of that. Altogether, it took me 1 hour and 7 minutes to create this layout, but that was with fussy cutting and all the other stuff. Plus, I stopped a couple times to help my son and this, that, and the other. And I was watching a video, so I kept stopping and looking at that. So, you know, it's fine. And I had to clean up a mess that you all will see at some point because I leave that stuff in. So after I get the banners done, I get them down and I put the peachy coral ones straight on the blue. But then when I go to put this white one on, I decide I want to ink the side, even though that white is obviously drastic enough. There's peach flowers, so I just ink it with some black soot. It's really more of a gray color, and it really just gives some definition where the peach is on the outside, and so that it doesn't disappear into that paper. And then I decide I'm going to use my Tim Holtz Distressor, and I'm going to distress all the sides of all 3 of these banners. I finished the first one and set it down and start on the next one and realize I did not do the inside of the fishtail banner. I swear that I go back and fix that. So I get all of that done, and I really do love the way that looks. A lot of times I will distress edges like this if my paper is not straight, or if it has like those little pieces on the side, like if your trimmer's getting bad. But really, I just love the look of this distressed paper. So it just gives it a little dimension and a little more definition in between. So I get everything laid down. It's not taped down, it's just laid down. I want to see how things are going to look. And that's kind of how everything ends up, but not exactly. The pictures get flip-flopped a little bit, which is fine. The only picture I wanted to definitely have in the middle is the one of my great aunt leaning up against my brother-in-law's Harley, which is super funny. And she said if she could get on there, she would have let me take a picture of her on it. So I get everything kind of laid out how I'm going to want it. Then I move everything aside so that I can put down my banners. So I move my base page over so that it is where I can make sure that this is pretty much in the middle. And I eyeball, you all. If you've not watched my videos, I eyeball more than use my ruler. If I get out the ruler, then it's serious business because I just eyeball. I even eyeball where the pictures go. And I think they're pretty darn straight, so that's pretty good. So I just know that that's how it's going to be. If I create it, it is definitely not going to be perfectly symmetrical and even. So I get my Creative Memory circle punch, and this is a 2-inch punch, and I cut the circle right where like most of the little leafy bits and like the baby's breath and stuff are. Oh, sorry about that. Nope, this is a 1.5 inch. I knew it wasn't 2 inches. As soon as I said that, I thought, no, that's not right. 1.5 inch circle. And so I cut the like leafy bits and like the baby's breath and stuff. That way I could tuck that circle under the floral, and it kind of gives it a look of having a leaf without fussy cutting leaves. Not because I didn't want to, but there are circles where the stars are on the sketch, and I thought that would be a really good way to bring in the leaves and give some definition between the florals and that paper, because that peach, especially the peachy pinky, the flowers kind of disappear in there. So see what I did there? I literally lined it up with the other one and just drug it over. That's the way I roll, you all. So I do put my middle picture up on Fun Foam, and I just adhese it down with a little bit of my tape runner and some Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. And then I'm going to put these circles down, one up on the top. And like I said, I'm going to put the florals on there to where the little leaves that are on that circle look like they're coming out from behind the flower. And then I'm going to put the yellow up here at the top. I have another little yellow one that's going to go down at the bottom, but I wanted a little more yellow up at the top. And then I just tuck these other 2 little pink ones, and I ink those with the black soot as well, which, like I said, is more of a gray. Just something for some definition. between that and the flower, the pinky peach that it's being matted on or put down on. So then I put this blue one with the baby's breath on the bottom, and this big, I almost said heart, you all. This big flower is what's going to go on top of that, so I wanted to place it where it was going to come out okay. And I did put it up on foam since the picture is on foam. And I tack that down to where the baby's breath is just coming out from underneath that flower. And I love that. And then I put this, the yellow and pink flower down there as well. And then I just tacked this other little peachy colored one up at the top. So then I'm covering it up so that I can do some inking. And here comes my little mess. I put some Distressed Oxide by Tim Holtz on some packaging. And I'm going to put some water on it and tap it out with a paintbrush. So I put that down, and instead of putting this in a little box where I should put this, when I spray the water, the paint goes flying, or the ink goes flying. You know, whatever, you all. It's fine. I clean it up, and it doesn't have any, I don't have any problems, but watch. I spray it, and it goes flying over there off the packaging. That's okay. I just use the paintbrush and get some of it back over there, just enough for what I need to do. I tap out that yellow, or the wild honey, which is like a yellowy orange color, which is pretty much what color is in this collection. And I tap it out all around. I make sure to get some of it on that blue and on that peachy coral color. And then I do use some of my shimmer mist or shimmer spray in white linen, and that's a Delusion shimmer spray. And look at me, I'm just using my hand. My hand is covered in white speckles when I got done, y'all. Oh dear. I like to make a mess, obviously, but I did get my mess cleaned up, and it is fine. Luckily, it was only like one drop of paint that was, or ink that was wasted, or whatever. So I get the Horizon Pink Paisley by Paige Evans out, and I put this little piece of luggage, says I love to travel, on it. It is the same peach color as the rest of this collection, which is super cool. And I just thought, because she's getting on that Harley, or, you know, standing there. And then I put a little sticker that's the exact same color as well that says itinerary up there, just for a little extra decoration. And then I also get this one that says Better Together, which is in that same peach and pink color. I love how well this blended together. And I put that down underneath my cousins, who are just recently married. Actually, they aren't married in this picture. They got married 2 months later. I pull this little flower cluster, it's like a bouquet, and tuck it in behind the other flower. And it is over there on a picture of my sister and my brother-in-law, who is the one who owns that Harley. And then I find one more little word phrase, and it says happy together. And I thought I'd put it up there at the top. And then I decide I'm going to tuck it down here by the flowers, which is perfect, because then there's the right and left have something on the bottom, and then the middle has it on the top. And so I look to see if there's anything else on here that I want to use, and I do pull off this little peachy pink butterfly, and or moth, I can't tell, I've tucked it now. And I do tuck that in underneath the florals, because it'll give the little bit more difference between the peachy pink floral and that background. So I love the way this looks, and honestly, I started to look at it and show you all the sketch and everything. And then I realized there is a little label up at the top, on the top left. And I look through my little Studio Gs, and I think nothing's going to really work. So I pull the same paper I use for the background, and I just trim up my own little label, put some double-sided tape down on the back, or my tape runner, and tuck it in a little bit behind that flower up there at the top, which is now at the bottom now. And I get it in there, and I love that because it matches everything, and it's just the right size. I pull out a peach Jelly Roll Midnight pen and write Memorial Day night 2019, May 27th, which I made sure to pull that date off the back of the picture before I tacked it down, you all. Yay me. And then I'm going to show you the up close and everything, and then I realize, oh, I don't have a title on here. I mean, I could use Better Together or Happy Together as a title, but I really wanted to go ahead and put the title up here where it is in the sketch. So I pull out my Sticko Foam Alphas in white and put So Fun, and it fits perfectly in that little banner. So I'm super excited. And then I'm looking at it to make sure that I don't need anything else. And I don't. So I'm going to show you the close-ups. I hope you all will go to Facebook and join Lisa Sikorski's Scrap a Sketch group. She posts a new layout or sketch every Friday. And like I said, this month, every weekend, we're having a new season. So we did spring last weekend. This weekend, we did summer. And I do have videos for all 6 of those layouts. And then next Friday, we will be moving into fall. And just when the temps are getting warmer here in Kentucky, I'm going to be diving into some fall pictures. So, and then of course winter later on and some extra fun somewhere in between. So I hope y'all will go check that out. I appreciate y'all coming and watching this video. And I will be back tomorrow with a Mix It Up Monday hop through Anna at Peace Craft Love. And I hope y'all will come back and join me for that. Have a great day and happy scrapping.